Sold for sale. What's up? Jay Pretley. Did I say that right? Glad to have you. All right, I guess I'll get started. I see this 10. Well, one person dipped. And we're at 10. At 13. All right, fuck it. Oh, my girl Nastia is here. Jazz Critic, what up? All right. Look, I kind of wanted to. What's up, Pretty in Ink? James Stoops, what's up? Thank you. Someone wanted me to speak on the whole defund the police bullshit. And I Jazz Critic. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. So I'm just gonna give my 2 cents on it. I want to make this real quick because I got to dip out. And I also just wanted to, y'all know I got a new laptop, so I wanted to use this as an excuse to try this on my HD camera that I use for other shit. Still not with OBS yet. What's up, Ron? Him, what's up? Yeah. Get at me on Instagram, bro. Anyway, so the whole defund the police shit, Truth Teller, oh, dude, what the fuck? What are you doing, bro? My Dixie wrecked. Yeah, thank you. I'll say, yeah, hola. I'll say, well, I speak some Spanish, so, you know, it's kind of similar. Yo, Truth Teller, stop, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. But anyway, this whole defund the police nonsense. Look, the reason why it's a bad idea, I think it's a bad idea. Only because I know the end game of all these people who want it. Look, I'm for reform. Like, you want to have a talk about reform, I'm with that. You know what I mean? Because this whole George Floyd thing kind of woke a lot of people up. So I'm kind of with having that conversation. Look, something needs to be done. I'm with that 100%. But this whole defunding thing is really a front to abolish the police. It's to get rid of them totally. Thank you, Truth Teller. I mean, I don't even know what to say to that, bro. You're fucking wild, dude. We got to subscribe to Truth Teller, by the way, so he could actually get the ability to accept super chats. Okay, so that's what I feel about the whole defund the police shit. I think it's bullshit. You see how right now, even in New York, for example, de Blasio, who I can't stand personally, a lot of people can't stand him, but what's happening is he says, hey, look, we're going to, I think, take $1 billion. Hold on. You can't see me on this side. Hit the light. You're going to take $1 billion, $1.5 billion was the last figure I heard, and deduct it from the police coffers, and we'll spread it amongst whatever, you know, whether it's community help, mental help, whatever the case may be. And it's still not enough. I was just watching it on the local news that some people are like, nah, it's not enough. That's not enough. AOC is coming out saying, nah, that's not enough. That's how I know that the end game is to get rid of all cops. That's what it is. And let me tell you, as much as we seen like with the George Floyd shit and other examples, how there's bad cops, let me tell you something. When you're in a jam, guess who you're gonna wish that there was somebody there to help you. We see what's going on in Seattle right now with Chaz, Chop, whatever the fuck they call themselves right now. They're a zone where the cops said, fuck that. We're not dealing with that shit. Well, the mayor, number one, doesn't want the cops to go in there. And there's a lot of cops that say, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to go there. Because I remember there was a, what do you call it? A police band clip that came out. And one of the dispatchers was calling and said, hey, look, shit's going down over there on Capitol Hill. Cops said, nah, they good. I'm not going over there. I'm not dealing with that shit. So you see what's going on over there. That is straight bullshit. All right. What else? Minneapolis. You see what's going on over there. They're like this close to getting rid of the cops over there. And what I see is a lot of hypocrisy from the people who are pushing this shit. Like there's these 3 delegates up there. 2 of them are like trans something, and these people, I mean, not that really has anything to do with their personality. It's just the way of identifying them. But what they're saying is, oh yeah, we're going to get rid of cops, but we're going to have our own task force, like only for them personally. So y'all on your own. So we got our own 24/7 personal security, personal escorts. No doubt they're going to be armed. So what message is that sending to the rest of you guys out there? So if you got issues, hey, listen, ain't nobody there to help you. You're on your own. And on top of that, too, these are the same people who say, well, we want to get rid of guns, too. But mind you, they're going to have guns. The end game for these motherfuckers, well, at least as far as I can see, is to abolish police, period. That's it. They don't want to be honest about it, but that's what it is. That's the end game. Jazz Critic, I feel we need popo, but still, man, cops need consequences for their bullshit. I agree. For me, my personal solution would be swift justice. If they fuck up, especially in the days of like lately with social media, like there should be no question. It should just be swift. You know what I'm saying? I think what most people are mad at is how long it takes with litigation and all that bullshit. But for me, it would be, hey, look, this is what it is. You fuck around, boom, that's it. None of this, like if it's a justifiable or like a questionable type thing, I understand, you got to go through the nonsense. But when you have something like a George Floyd where it's just obvious, it's like, dude, come on, man. Like, what are we really doing? You know what I mean? So it's just a weird thing to go into. Jazz Critic asked me, did I ever have bad experiences with cops? I would say maybe once or twice. But the way I was raised, to kind of respect authority in a sense, because my parents are African. I've said this a billion times. So I'm raised, my father, I'll never forget, he said, look, when you leave this house and you go to school, those teachers are an extension of us, meaning my dad and my mom. When you're out on the street and you have cops running around, they're an extension of us. When you go to court and you got to answer to a judge or whatever, he's an extension of us. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. But he also, instilled in me to know right from wrong and when things don't seem right. You know what I mean? Just a little bit of common sense. So I never had any experience where I was getting fucked up. Never that. Just dealing with asshole cops. Yes, I have had that. I've had that experience. I would say I could say about maybe Two that I know of, and I don't know. I'm trying to think. There's two that I remember off the top of my head. But majority of the time when I get pulled over or whatever, look, I know you know the drill. I'm just gonna automatically have my shit out of the glove compartment. I take my registration and my insurance. I just throw it down on the seat. When they come over, and they ask, I hand it to them. And then with my license, if I don't have time before they come over, because I don't want to be moving around too much, because I don't want them to think like, I don't want any of them to be trigger happy or whatever, because I understand some of them are on edge and whatnot. I just have my license. It's always in my wallet. So I'm just sitting there, and I wait for them to ask and say, listen, my wallet's in my pocket. Whenever you're ready, I'll go get it, or you can keep an eye on me as I'm going to go get my fucking wallet. You know what I mean? And most of the time, because I got a clean record, I don't fuck around and none of that bullshit. But, most of the time I just tell they'll tell me what happened, or usually it's speeding for me, because I don't like to dilly-dally when I'm driving. I'll admit, like, I'm very heavy on the accelerator. So usually is that. One time in particular, I know that I didn't put on what was I driving, an Infinity, and if you don't put on the night lights, I thought they were automatic, because you have the automatic lights during the daytime, but you have to turn on the night lights, not the brights, but the night lights. I got pulled over for that, and cop said, dude, you have night lights on? I'm like, and this is when I just got the lease. So I'm like, shit, no, I didn't know. I said, I thought they were automatic. So I turned it on. I'm like, yeah, here it is. So he's like, yo, how's your record? I said, yeah, I'm clean. I said, I understand you got a job to do or whatever. You could run it. And he was asking me where I was going. I just said, yeah, I'm just going to my friend's house down the street, where he was like, all right, you good to go. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I never had any of this shit that you see on the internet. I never had any of that bullshit. But hold on. Let me go into some of the comments. Nastia says, low-key hate cops, even though you got to support them. LOL. FV Pretty and Ink, to bring in UN forces as long as security. That's what I think. Yeah, those dudes it's gonna be wild, dude. And on top of that, you have to think about the vigilantism that's gonna happen. My God, that's gonna be crazy. So, I mean, a lot of these motherfuckers got to be careful what they wish for. It's not gonna be pretty. Can't let wait. I agree with Eric Young says, I agree with reform, because there will be criminals regardless. Definitely though police brutality has to end. I agree. Nastia says, can't let the left get their foot in the door over anything lately. Yep. I agree, my love. My Dixie Rex says, blue helmets make good. Sorry. Careful. Tagman says, Breakfast Club is working for the devil. Yo, let me get into that in a second. It's going to be hella expensive, and if they're covering multiple areas, you're shit out of luck. That's right. Mr. Kojak, I can only imagine what they plan on doing with the tax money that went to paying for the police. I'm telling you, man, look, it's going to be, some of it is going towards their personal security. Like I said, it's supposed to cost over $1 million in Minnesota just for those 3 people. Can you imagine that? Like, that's insane. I mean, you would figure that would go into a force that's patrolling around, protecting everybody. You know what I mean? Like the entire city. But no, this is just for the 3 people that I'm talking about. $1 million a year. Wow. Angela Stanton-King put on a clinic. Jimmy, my 4 cents. Only people looking to get rid of police are criminals, drug dealers, and ghetto fools. Yep. James Stoops says unintended consequence would be security only for the wealthy and the powerful. Everyone else would get poor security in the form of politicized social workers. Most people would. Yeah, that was the other thing too. Thanks for bringing that up. You got all these people talking about, yeah, social workers should come to the scene, like a scene of a crime. Like, what sense does that make? So now social workers got to be trained in self-defense. Now it's going to be mandatory because in case one of these motherfuckers wild out, say you go to a thing for a child is being abused by someone, should what if you got a little dainty social worker that goes over, they gotta now defend themselves against a possible abusive father? Like, let's see. FV says, I have a lead foot too. Yep. Sample Text McGee says, serving on jury duty has taught me that people almost always end up looking out for their own. It sucks. Makes me question everyone's motive nowadays, which I guess is good. Yeah, you got to think like that, bro. You got to be critical. You have to have critical thinking skills nowadays. Obvious Enigma says, what's the haps? What's up, dude? Nastia says, the Law Enforcement Bill of Rights and qualified immunity was a thing pushed and passed by the Democrats in the first place. Wow, those dudes they can't think their way out of a fucking paper bag, huh? We can defend the police and use the same billions to pay back us foundational Black Americans in reparations. I mean, well, hey, listen, I'm a big proponent of reparations. Just as long as you don't find a way to maneuver a tax and make me pay my own Black ass back, that's an idea. I mean, listen, I'm all about it. I just don't want nobody else to get hurt behind it. True Teller says, bro, can I interview you for my channel? Anytime, bro. We have to set it up, though. Enigma, obvious Enigma says, remember when hip-hop radio shows played hip-hop music and didn't talk celebrity gossip and politics? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yeah, exactly. Yo, now everybody, that's why I told you, I'm just so tired. I can't do it anymore. I'm tired of rap. And again, there's a lot of rappers that I still do love, a lot of music. Here, I'll just see if I could turn this around. A lot of music you can see right there that I still have that I love. But I mean, the whole, now I'm woke because it's trendy. Now I'm just going to say stupid shit like that don't make any sense, or I'm going to talk to you from my ivory tower. Fuck that bullshit. My Dixie says, I got pulled over by a cop after I moved to a small town for 3 miles per hour over speeding. He just didn't know who I was. Yeah, I mean, cops like that, I hate shit like that. Like, look, if you're going like 5-10 above the speed limit, like especially around here in Jersey, they don't really bother you too much. But if you get one of these dudes that, they pull you over like for like going like 3 or 5 above, it's like, come on, dude, really? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're trying to figure some other shit out. I mean, I hope you didn't get a ticket for that, my Dixie, but hip hop thinker, let's bring the crowd over. Hit the likes and share, everyone. Yeah, thank you, hip hop thinker. What's up? Yep. Hip hop thinker, yo, you are wild on Twitter, bro. Him says, what you think about Snoop talking shit about Kanye, but then gets in the studio with him? If I was Kanye, I would have said, fuck you. I agree. Yeah, he's getting dragged for that shit. It's like, make up your mind. You either a fucking almost 50-year-old gangster or you want to work and rap with everybody. Make up your mind. Uncle, BLM should be pushing police departments to hire Black high school graduates. Where else can you start at $60K with a high school diploma? Blacks need good middle class jobs. Yo, what was it? The Dallas police chief I remember when all these dudes were protesting, I forget who was killed or what happened, but he goes, hey, listen, he's like, I got an idea. He's like, look, stop protesting. What I'll do is I'll set you guys up to take the civil service test. Those who pass, I'm going to let you patrol your own areas. Guess what? I guarantee no one showed up for that. No one showed up for that. I've been saying that on this channel. More black people should be police officers, so that way you can patrol your own neighborhoods. It's a good paying job. It's a state job. You control your own neighborhoods and you'll eliminate all that police brutality shit. But again, there's a lot of us that want, like Joyner Lucas said in I'm Not Racist. I love this line so much. I love you and hate you at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's ridiculous. You can't stand when dealing with these cops. Let's just keep it real, white cops, but you want them to keep patrolling your shit. You don't want to be the instrument of change. So it's ridiculous. Mr. A, the media wants you to always look at things from a purely emotional standpoint. Yep. Frank Kuckerstein, defund Democrats and George Soros. Exactly. George Soros helped the Nazi Germany in World War II. Yeah, I heard about that. He was like a snitch, right? Frank Kuckerstein says, I'm white. Cops are dick to me sometimes. They're just stressed out from the shit job. If you show respect, they usually calm down. Yeah, you know what? I'm very borderline. You know what I mean? Yeah, how you doing, sir? Here's my stuff. Again, when you show respect, it's not kissing ass. And I think that's where the disconnect is. A lot of people think that you're kissing ass and doing that shit. Nah, just here you are. Yeah, I understand what I did. Sometimes, in my experiences, sometimes when you admit, yeah, I did do that, my fault, I wasn't paying attention, dude, they let you go. I just think that they're waiting for motherfuckers to pop off so they got a reason to write a ticket up. I don't give them a reason. That's just me. I usually know, like, those two scenarios that I can remember off the top of my head. I got a dickhead cop in front of me. I'm not even going to talk. I just go, okay, just give me my ticket and let me go. Just my 4 cents. I'd rather live next door to the KKK Grand Wizard than to live around my own black people unpoliced. That's funny, but some people might take offense to that comment. Oh, my Dixie, that cop gave you a warning. Okay. Hip hop thinker, talk about the video you posted with that white boy trying to fight the black dude tearing that. Yeah. So there was a video that I saw on Twitter where this is white liberal nonsense for you. There was a black dude in his own neighborhood that had a whole fence up in front of his house with Black Lives Matter and all this bullshit. I guess there must have been a protest that just came by his place, and it just looked filthy. It was all over the fence and this and that. So the dude went out and he started tearing them down. The guys were gone. It was like, listen, like, I'm tired of looking at this shit. So some white dude came out, just tried to tackle him, but that didn't work. Like, I'm telling you, some of these dudes are just so full of soy. Like, when they're so limp-wristed and weak, like the dude ran up, tried to football tackle him, tried to spear him, and the dude went spinning on the other side. And this brother, man, he was just like kind of, I don't want to say he was soft. He was just like being sort of like, this white dude was screaming in his face, like, get the fuck out of here, get the fuck. And the dude was like, bro, like, I live here. I'm tired of this shit. And the dude was essentially screaming in his face, telling him not to take it down and shit like that. And he's like, go back and worry about your fucking family. That would have set me off, because the dude, you could tell, like, he had a Escalade or something. He was walking back to his car calmly. Yo, the dude snatched the glasses off my man's face, like snatched them off, saying, yo, I should break these shits. And as soon as I would have got my glasses back, number one, if you come and snatch your glasses off my face, I'm going to chop you in your fucking throat. All right. And then the second thing is, when you mention my family like that, fuck you. All bets are off. Don't mention my family. It's one thing if you talk about me. in that context, and I got my kid. I think his kids were in the car. Yo, that kid should be fucked the fuck up. Let's see. Yo, hip hop. I'm surprised. Let me mod you, bro, because you are mod for my man ABL. So let me mod you too. Where are you? Show. Kevin Ramirez. Eventually, they're going to get rid of all new Law and Order shows. Will be taken from. Yeah, it's funny. Hip Hop Thinker actually said that on Twitter because I forget who. I think it was Ice-T had said something or whatever, and I said something on Twitter, and then he goes, "Oh, they're soon going to be coming for Law and Order because it's a cop show. You know what I mean? It's not going to stop." Sample text. McGee says woke victimization shit is a flex. Like saying you're non-binary is wearing some Gucci sliders. Only morons lend credence to such nonsense, and there's tons of morons out there. Yup. Hey man, you look like Malcolm from the Nostalgia Critic. I gotta look that. I think I know. Am I sub to Nostalgia Critic? My neighbor is a corrections officer, and he uses his ability to search info and will let me know what he knows about me. Just think cops are creeps. Yeah, they shouldn't be doing that shit. Yeah, that is weird shit. All you have to do is be civil. It's that simple. Beck. FV Pretty in Pink. I feel like they're going to fuck with him or his vehicle later. I hope he's protecting himself and his family. Yup. He kept bumping and pushing him too. I was waiting for him to lay his ass out. Yeah, dude, there comes a moment in time where, it's one thing if you come up to me and you got a problem, don't put your hands on me, dude. Like, don't do that. Mr. A, anyone who threatens my family is going to be dealt with. No ifs, ands, or buts. Exactly. James Stoops says it's sad, but there is no counterpoint to the dominant narrative. Any deviation from the corporate/celebrity backline is immediately attacked. Tolerance and real diversity have been flushed. No problem, hip hop. Dixie. Is YouTube illegal to say my dick? Oh, Dixie. Nah, keep your name, bro. Don't take the Dixie out. Him. I'll talk to you later, him. All right. We'll talk. Let me get to Angela Stanton-King. Just to end this on a light note, holy fucking shit. Let me tell you something. If you want to see a logical beatdown, holy fuck. Hold on. If you want to see a logical beatdown, you have to go see The Breakfast Club with Angela Stanton-King. I don't know what to tell you, man. She went on Tommy Sotomayor. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that as well. But holy shit, Nastia says, love that woman. Even suffered through Angela Yee just to watch that interview. Oh my God, bro. Angela Stanton-King, she's got to be my new she just boosted her way up for me because I always follow her. I follow her on Twitter and Instagram and everything. But FV Pretty in Ink, I'm gonna watch it. She is a beacon in dark. Yo, you have to watch this shit. She is like up there for me. I gotta say. I mean, I'm surprised that they even had her on. But then again, you know what? I do know why they wanted her on. They simply wanted her on because she's affiliated with Trump. They wanted to try and clown her and degrade her because she's affiliated with Trump. But let me tell you something. She came in there with, I don't know if any of y'all are wrestling fans, but remember the Undertaker? Remember way back in the day, he used to come in with the body bags. Yo, this chick came locked and loaded. She came strapped. If she was in the studio with them, dude, it would have been a fucking bloodbath. It would have been blood and guts all over the wall. That's how fucking insane this shit was. And she destroyed them. I mean, this reminds me of Vlad the Impaler, like how he would run around with the pikes of people's heads on it. Like she had all three of their heads. Envy, Angela Yee, Charlemagne, he was like, you could tell like he was listening. You know what I mean? Like, so I can't really go too hard on him. So half of his head was on the pikes, but holy shit. Yeah, and Paul Bearer, exactly. Back in the day when Undertaker used to come with Paul Bearer and the urn and shit. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Let's see. Obvious Enigma just looked her up. She fine too. Yes. she destroyed those sodomized chasers, Tackman says. The Shine Nation, the Breakfast Club are gatekeepers. Mr. A, the Breakfast Club is a propaganda machine that shows a wreck. My Dixie says my Dixie wrecked. What the fuck? Oh, from seeing her. Tackman says you could tell DJ Envy's wife running the house that dude is too emotional. I agree with that. Joshua says she taught a Breakfast Club more assholes than I could count. Obvious Enigma, Charlemagne Sims for them dick. Yeah. Master A, she was verbally choke slamming them. Just my 4 cents. She did well with the Breakfast Club, but didn't go so well with Roland Martin. She ran circles around the Breakfast Club because they aren't political scientists. Roland Martin's another one, dude, that I can't really stand, to be honest. I think he's obviously, you know, where he stands politically, but I think he's another one that just, you know, he's like, I would put him in the same realm as like a Michael Eric Dyson, sort of emotional and knows how to speak, knows how to articulate certain things. But at the end of the day, when you have to run in circles in order to defend people who openly pander to you, who openly look at you as nothing but your skin color or your immutable traits, that's a problem. I'm not defending none of that bullshit. All right. Hip hop thinker. She had a Charlemagne agreeing with her a few times. Exactly. Charlemagne, there's a rumor that he's supposed to leave. I think he should leave the Breakfast Club, seriously, and go continue doing that shit with what's my man's name? Andrew Schultz, the Brilliant Idiots. He should do that shit. You know what I mean? Pretty in Ink says, why don't they bring on Alveda? I'd love for them to try her too. I gotta look her up. Look up Alveda. I gotta look her up. Roland Martin manipulates things with dishonesty. I agree. Speaking of Undertaker, way to retire. Salute of respect to him. Yeah, Undertaker's retiring, man. That hits my heart, bro. But it's about time, dude. He's looking rough these days. He should have retired years ago. Just to be honest, even anime is woke now. Not really sure you could pull that off anyway, but it's true. I heard something about that. I'm surprised Japan, unless it's American anime, if it's based out of America, sure, because there's a lot of artists that go that route. But Japan, I can't see them bending. They're too in their ways, and I salute them for that. Shine Nation, Roland Martin is Boulay and a gatekeeper too. Obvious Enigma, Roland Martin, big head, small face dude. He like Jesse Jackson that got stung by all the killer bees. Jesus Christ. Yo, wow, man. Mr. A, if people are buying into the orchestrated race war, they're nowhere close to woke. Right. Kevin Ramirez, the Last Ride documentary from The Undertaker's dope. Alveda King. Oh, is that Martin Luther King's niece? Then I know who that is. I'm just not sure the first name. Roland knows his politics and he knows the issues and he knows all the players in every bill on the floor. Maybe so, but again, Democrats played their hand one too many times. And I've read books. I just studied some shit on Democrats. It's not a good look. Not 8-bit. Not 8-bit says okay. Yeah, I think KIPO is American. Roland Martin, isn't he just a fisherman? Yeah. Thank you, Pretty in Ink. Okay, yeah, I know who she is. But yeah, let me tell you, you look at that Breakfast Club interview, look at the comment section, that gives me such a renewed faith in humanity because people are like, listen, man, they're like, yo, I used to really love you guys, but yo, she just proved how stupid y'all are, man. She came with the receipts. She had said, hey, this is my intent. You know what's sad is that she was there to say what she wants to do for Atlanta and particularly the Black community. She didn't even get a chance to speak on it because they wanted to get at her because of her affiliation with Trump. And they wanted to label her anti-LGBTQ, which is hilarious because one of her sons is gay. It's like so ridiculous. This is a woman who, again, just ironclad, can't get through to her. She just proved it. She just sat there bulletproof. Let me see. What's a highlight from there that I really like? Mr. A, let me say Anthropic One is having a renewed faith in humanity. What's the world coming to? Don't get me wrong. I still hate people because people are people. But I'm saying when you look at the comments and people are like, yo, she's right. Some people that aren't even fans of Trump to say, yeah, I'm not a fan of Trump, but what she's saying is not wrong. She's 100% true. Y'all are emotional. Y'all are this and that. And then one of my favorite parts was like, I think it was DJ Envy was like, oh, well, you're anti-LGBTQ. And she goes, what are you talking about? She goes, y'all love using that word. I'm not anti-LGBTQ. I just don't believe in hypersexualizing children. You know what I mean? Because you can't go into LGBTQ without going into sex, which is true. There's no way around it. You can't tiptoe around sex, especially, because it's being marketed to little children now. And then she says, yeah, if you want to grow up and do love whoever you want, that's fine. When you're grown, you make informed decisions and all that. That's great. So then DJ Envy comes back later and it's like, well, yeah, if my daughter is, she's 19 years old and she wants to go do that, fine. But I have a 6-year-old and that's not happening. And she goes, isn't that what I just said? She's like, did I just say that? So you do agree with me. Yeah, like, they were just running in circles. Angela Yee, just fucking insufferable. I cannot stand her or Envy at all, man. They just can't argue. They're just like, oh, my achy breaky heart. What about this? What did Angela Yee say when she was talking about abortion? She goes, well, it's a fetus. It's like, what's the definition of a fetus, you fucking idiot? Holy shit. Uncle S, what did you think about Candace Owens, Mark Lamont Hill interview? I didn't see the full thing, but let me tell you something. Mark Lamont Hill, when he said that shit about essentially saying men could get pregnant because he was kind of trying to wedge his way into it. Like, listen, bro, like, nah. Nah. Yo, but I will give Mark Lamont Hill credit. He's one of the only people on the left that goes and debates people on the right. He's the only one of the few because he did it with Gavin McInnes and he did it with Candace. So I got to give him credit, but he's still a little bit Looney Tunes to say that shit. Nah, bro. nah. Listen, because he tried to go, well, trans men or what? It's confusing. Listen, I'm not playing games. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend if you're a woman, you can give birth. That's it. That's what separates the chicks from the dudes. Just my 4 cents. I'm not feeling Democrats, but I'm no longer feeling Trump, and he has to go. He is damaged goods. I would vote for Angela Stanton if I was interstate, but I'm not voting for Trump. Hey, listen, you're entitled to that opinion. Right now, unless there's anything better on the plate, I'm going that route because I'm not dealing with Joe Biden, and then I gotta wonder who the Democratic, the VP's pick is going to be, because it's going to be a bullshit diversity pick, and is essentially going to have the same ideals that Joe Biden has. So I'm not with that at all. So get ready to have more snowflakes crying for the next 4 years. Hip Hop Thinker says, thanks. We were worried you'd start liking humanity again. Can't have that. Not 8-bit. You're in Cali with Salty, right? Nope. I'm on the East Coast, baby. I couldn't survive. I told Salty Cracker, I can't survive in California. I always tell him to move out of that place. No way. Can't do it. Mr. A, they're really lowering the bars for professors. Yep. The academia, don't send your kids to college, man. No. Pretty Ink, what has Trump done that has changed your mind? Just my 4 cents. Okay, she asking. My Dixie says, I do Kansas. You're ridiculous. Biden supported segregation in the 60s and had the nerve to say you're not black if you don't vote for it. Exactly. Yo, that dude is just, he's just out of his mind, literally. You know what I mean? I do believe that he has racist bones in his body because, he did the whole segregation thing with the busing and all that shit. He said he don't want his children growing up in a racial jungle. Listen, man, just too much. It's too much with him. I can't fuck with him. Yeah, but that's that, man. I'm about to take my black ass out of here. I want to go get some food real quick. Yeah, just want to check in with you guys. Nastia says, poor kids are just as smart as white kids. Yeah, the 94 crime pill, exactly. I mean, it's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm done. I just want to check in with you guys while I'm at 40. Yo, man, we got to start getting it popping in here, man. You got to start upvoting my shit. I want more people. I want more people here so I can laugh. If I get a lot more people here, I'm gonna try and do a live stream of November when the votes come in, so people could start crying and shit. Because I would love to do that, or I would love to do that with Salty Cracker and Truth Teller. That would be fun. James Stoop says there's a silent majority, but Trump hasn't won them over yet. Biden is a spaced out opportunist, but until Trump comes out forcefully, he may lose. Review the Kanye music next. Yeah, nasty, yes. Listen, man, I'm about to go. I want to check in with y'all real quick. I thought it was going to be quicker, but it's going on 45 minutes. Fuck me. Love you guys. Obvious Enigma, that's an idea. I might have to try that out. Listen, love you guys. I'm about to get the fuck out of here. I have another video that I might record later and shoot to you, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be funny. It's one that I'll just say this, it has to do with fucking Hollywood. All right. Just my 4 cents. Who blocked you? I don't think anyone blocked you. All right. Good night, guys. Stay tuned for my video. Should be up maybe within 2 hours. Obvious. Here. Go to. Let me do this. Put my Twitter handle out there. There, obvious enigma. You see it? That's my Twitter handle. Hit me up, all right? And listen, stay tuned. Maybe within an hour and a half, 2 hours, I'll try to throw up the next video, all right? It has to do with Hollywood celebrity saying some dumb shit. I'll give you that hint, all right? Love you guys. Obvious, hit me up. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe. And that's it. Peace, bitches.